I was put into a Catholic residential boarding school in India during my middle school years. Not the kind like the early residential schools in Canada or US that was created to assimilate Indian children into Euro-American culture. No, this was an expensive one, a private Christian institution. It was a trend in many Indian families back then to send their kids to an Anglican English medium school so that their future would be bright. And I'm grateful for my parents for doing that. I am sure they worked very hard to make it happen. Now, while I was in the boarding school, I had a small transistor radio. And if you're around my age, you'll know what that is. Every day I'd tune in to FM radio, to American rock and roll, and then to BBC News. But there was something about American blues music that got me. It was sad, but very soulful. I became a fan of B.B. King, Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker, Albert Collins, Buddy Guy, and years later I even got to see Buddy Guy live in London. To me, that was American music. That was the spirit. But music wasn't the only thing that pulled me in. America marketed itself masterfully in the 80s. Cool music, cool movies, cool books, cool people, freedom, attitude, independence, rebellion. It was a golden age of nation branding, and America was damn good at it. The message, land of the free, home of the brave. Who could resist that? I wasn't the only one who bought into it. Every kid I knew wanted to be in America. Do I have buyer's remorse? No, because a lot of it was true in experience, but not the complete truth. And that's the tricky part, because there's another side to the dream. The one I didn't see on the radio or the movies. Racism. Those blues musicians I idealized, they weren't treated with the reverence that they deserved. That sadness in their music, it came from real pain. I started learning about slavery, about Jim Crow, about civil rights movement. And suddenly, I understood. I was allowed to be here because of the Black community's fight. That gave me a whole new level of respect and a whole new perspective on the American narrative. Second, America is a corporation. It's run like one. Greed and ruthlessness, competitiveness, rise to the top, and they are praised as ambition and go-getter mindset. While the ones working 2 to 3 jobs just to survive, they're called lazy. Hard work doesn't mean reward here, not for everyone. The third thing was parenting and family. I have 4 kids now, and I've come to realize America might just be one of the worst places to raise children. Yes, there are gadgets, tech, fancy education, endless choices. But the core values, the deeper teachings, the respect for elders, for family, for mental peace, missing. Kids are encouraged to leave home at 18 years old. When their brains are still forming, they are pushed into debt, student loans, credit cards, before they even understand money. And many never recover. Fourth, the most uncomfortable truth. The original colonizers of this land, the one who marketed the American dream to the world, now they want it back. The experiment worked too well. Too many immigrants came. Too much diversity happened. Too many people who don't look like them started having a voice. And now, they want to undo it all, masked as Christian nationalists, right-wing identity politics. They want America for themselves again. But here's the thing. America is not America without immigrants. This country was built by immigrants. Built railroads, raised your kids, cooked your food, farmed your crops, cleaned your buildings, became your doctors, became your tech leaders. And now, the Trump administration wants to issue warnings to green card holders: behave like a guest or risk removal. They want to undo naturalized citizenship if you don't agree with their politics. Let me say this clearly. That would be the stupidest move America ever makes. Because without immigrants, America doesn't lead. America doesn't grow. America doesn't exist. You can't market a dream to the world and then get mad when the world shows up. When race and identity politics take over, the entire nation goes down. Let's not let that happen. Let's remember what made America strong in the first place. Not the flag, not the fear, not the slogans, but the people who showed up to build something real. There's more to uncover. Namaste.